talk about here, and y'all are going to listen to this. I think it's brilliant. Aaron Fruman joins us now, Executive Director of Uncommon Construction. Good morning, Aaron. How are you?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. It's really awesome to see you guys this morning.
It's incredible what you're doing. Tell me the background of all of this. How did all of this get started, Uncommon Construction?
Cool. For those folks who aren't familiar, Uncommon Construction is a nonprofit here in New Orleans. We build houses with high school students and use the profits to pay for scholarships for the young people who build the houses. This is sort of a culmination of a big journey for me. We're in our 8th year as an organization, but I came to this work found me when I dropped out of college back in 2005. And that year I helped Red Cross to make a $25 donation after Hurricane Katrina, which put me on this whole path to explore non-college pathways and what I could do, with my work ethic, curiosity, exploration, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a real long journey. I worked for Habitat for Humanity here in town. I was a classroom teacher for a number of years. So Uncommon Construction brings a lot of those things together to create a really transformational experience for our youth.
Are you from a family of anything like that?
I'm not actually. My grandpa was involved in home construction in the Detroit area. But no, my dad's a doctor, my mom's a teacher, my brother's a journalist.
So you go to college?
I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one without a postgraduate degree.
Well, I think what you're doing is pretty important, and we'll get to the details in a second. So it's after Katrina, you volunteer for the Red Cross, and then what happens? Or you donate to the Red Cross?
I donated to the Red Cross, and then I asked the operator how I could do what she was doing. And she signed me up for a volunteer shift. I'm originally from California, so I started volunteering with the Red Cross from California, and then they sent me here for 2 field deployments where I was, hooking people up with resources and things that they needed, and the city was in, I have to tell you, listeners, it was in a pretty bad situation, and nobody was asking me what degree I had that qualified me to do the work, right? And so that sort of unlocked the sense of what's possible, and how some of those, traditional college pathways, might be limiting in really exploring what our interests are, or might even slow down the process of finding what you can get excited about.
So take us through... I'm sorry. Continue, please, Aaron.
No, go ahead.
Take us through step by step, if you will, how the program works and whom it helps.
Awesome. So our young people attend public charter schools here in New Orleans.
We're defining young people as?
Young people are ages 16 and up.
Okay.
So we hire these young people as W-2 employees. So they're covered by our workers' comp insurance. We do payroll taxes. We're not stipending or 1099ing anybody. They have to attend one of our partnering schools and the homeschool collective, NOLA homeschoolers that we work with. So they apply for the position as an apprentice with Uncommon Construction. They have an interview. They're offered a job. They accept the job, and then they show up for the first day. So that process in itself is a program where we recruit and select these young people for opportunities in this lucrative industry. Then they enroll, right? And so they come out, they join a team of 20 to 25 young people per house per semester to build. And the build days are Saturdays, and then we get together after school for a professional development series that we call Framing Characters. So we're building houses, framing characters.
What does that consist of? Because I'm confused whether you're framing houses or while you're framing houses, you're building character.
Yeah, so we, our young people every semester get over 100 hours of technical on-the-job training in an environment that puts a very intentional focus on the development and demonstration of soft skills. More than any credential or degree or whatever, these soft skills, all the research points to them as being far more universally applicable to what's needed in the workplace. Not just in our industry, but in all industries.
Now you're saying soft skills?
Teamwork ethic. Yeah, so these are things like teamwork ethic, problem solving, professional attitude, communication, right? And we use this research-based framework to really pull those things out where they're really observable on a construction site. So one example of these is unpacking problems into manageable parts, right? Or looking for more work when you're done. These are things that are super observable on a construction site.
It seems like critical
We see those,
thinking,
we
though.
experience those.
In a way?
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
Totally.
good. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go to the chalk lines. Let's go to Lyndon. Lyndon, you're up. Welcome to the show.
Hi. I was calling to find out if we could possibly recall the Sewage and Water Board.
you know, if you recall the mayor, she's the chairman of the Sewage and Water Board. So in some sense, you are recalling the Sewage and Water Board.
Okay. Then we need to recall the mayor. There's many people listening out there. Sign the petition.
So Lyndon, what is your beef with the Sewage and Water Board?
I just look at all of the ineptness that goes on there and the crass responses to the public for issues that were created by the Sewage and Water Board, as well as, you know, I have a personal thing, but I won't get into that. But overall, the Sewage and Water Board,
Yeah.
big time. You know, when I look at Jefferson, Plaquemines, St. Bernard, St. Tammany, all the surrounding parishes, and you look at the price of water and sewage, why is it that Orleans is basically double everyone else's?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the challenges are a little bit different in all fairness to them. Their infrastructure is a lot more aged than the other areas, but I agree with you. Some of the more simplistic tasks that they take on never seem to get finished, right? You know, we put some cones out there, and these cones, good thing they're resilient, because once they place them out there, look out. They'll be out there for a year or two.
Or longer. I mean, for instance, they take a good street, break it up, fix whatever they need to underneath, and then instead of putting concrete or restoring the street back to at least the way they found it, they come and they put rocks. Well, 3 months later, 6 months later, after all the cars have passed, the rocks are gone, they put more rocks. And I'm going, doesn't it cost for us to spend money on rocks, for us to transport rocks, for us to have a storage yard full of rocks, and then, you know, 5, 10 years later come and put concrete down anyway?
Yeah, I agree with you. If we can phase taking the concrete out and then fixing the problem, why is it that we can't do the third phase of coming back and putting the concrete back?
It just makes no sense.
What is the big issue? I mean, so don't do it unless, you know, you're able to finish the project in some reasonable amount of time.
I totally agree.
And I get it. I get where people are completely and totally frustrated because it never goes away. It's an intrusion on the traffic flow in their neighborhood. They're not able to get into their driveways in some cases. You know, sidewalks are torn up. They're not able to walk down the sidewalk. You know, and it's just a constant reminder of the inefficiency of the delivery of the service.
Yes, it is. Well, people should try and look into doing something with Sewage and Water Board. I mean, it's almost like people feel they can't do anything about it, but from what I understand, Sewage and Water Board is not specifically a government entity, is it?
It's not a full, it is, it's a quasi-city agency, so it's a little bit, but it is a government entity. But Lyndon, most importantly, did you sign a recall?
I did.
Okay, all right. Good deal. Talk to your friends. Get them to sign it too. Thank you so much for the call. Got to get to the break. 504-260-1870. On the Open Heart Jewelers Talk and Text line. It is Valentine's Day. You know what you ought to give yourself today? The opportunity to sign the recall. What a smile that will put on a number of people's faces. We'll be right back.
WWL, the News Talk Sports Powerhouse. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Keep it locked on WWL for breaking sports news. Powered by BetQL. Smarter bets start with BetQL. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
ABC Fire and Burglar Alarm, locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience, folks. And trust me when I tell you, with 40 years of law enforcement experience, I understand the importance of a locally owned company providing security services for you because they have their finger on the pulse of the crime trends here. This is where they live. This is where they work. This is where they raise their children. So if you want to make an immediate impact on the safety and security of your family, give ABC Fire and Burglar Alarm a call today at 504-889-9795 or check them out online at abcfireburglar.com. Folks, they will take an approach that will customize your security system based on the construct of your home, your business, and the coming and goings of your family. Utilizing alarm monitoring, residential systems, commercial systems, security cameras, integrated throughout, weaved in operationally to make sense for you, and smart home solutions where you can manage your security system from your cell phone, your laptop, or your computer. And there are also additional tasks that you can add on so that you can control all of that from there as well. Could be your air conditioning system, maybe some locks on your doors. You go to the extent that you want to go. And ABC's right there to customize it all for you. Free consultation to evaluate your home or your existing system. You can save $30, $40, $50 or more on alarm monitoring. You can start saving right now. You don't want to pay for that. You can start saving today. ABC services the South Shore, the North Shore, the West Bank, the River Parishes. They protect your home or business with a camera system that you can view from anywhere. Customized protection based on your home or business. Give them a call. ABC Fire Burglar Alarm at 504-889-9795 or check them out online, abcfireburglar.com.
WWL is proudly sponsored by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Call 504-444-4444. Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans. Retirement will be here before you know it. Have you talked to someone about a
The second half to that is rehabilitation, and that's what we're
Well, I think it starts farther upstream, you know, and I'll give you a medical example, right? If you have a heart attack and you have a lot of medications and treatments you need to do if you survive that heart attack, and you don't take those medications, you're probably going to have another heart attack or some other, you know, bad health. However, if we could have gotten to you before you had the heart attack with access to fresh food and exercise and being able to afford medications that would have prevented the heart attack, then you're never going to have that first heart attack, which means you're never going to have that second heart attack. And that's what a public health approach to disease, to an epidemic is that we tend to focus an awful lot of money once the thing has happened, right? Once you have been in jail or been shot or, you know, have that heart attack. But we haven't historically spent the money or devoted attention to how to prevent you from getting there in the first place.
So obviously, a lot of people have proposed a lot of different ways of looking at this. You kind of set it up in your presentation as three pillars, one being public safety support, the next prevention, and the third being intervention. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think that we historically set this up as an either-or. Either you fund police or you don't fund them at all and you put money into social programs. And I think that's really a false choice because to have a successful, thriving community, we need a strong, equitable, community-focused public safety response. We need law enforcement. But we don't only need law enforcement. If all we're doing is investing in, you know, police and cameras and cars and that sort of thing, then we're really only able to intervene after the fact. What we need to do is equally resource things that we know can help prevent violence, either offending or getting shot. And again, you know, my focus is health, so I want to know how am I going to prevent people from getting shot and getting killed. And then once, if you have been, how do we intervene in a way that makes you low risk of getting shot again? So we have to really talk about both things. We have to figure out a way to fund both approaches because I think we've seen what happens when you focus on one rather than the other.
Now, there's no doubt. Let's talk about the mental health side of this. What has your experience been as an ER doctor as you over 25 years, as you said? Have you noticed changes Have you noticed a situation that is more challenging today that's intrinsically...
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Elsewhere in the United States, people are celebrating President's Day, and on this President's Day, a company says it plans to send several presidents into space.
The space age started with President Dwight Eisenhower, but really took off with John F. Kennedy.
Before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
Now, the company which sends cremates into orbit says it's flying what it believes to be verified DNA from Ike, JFK, Ronald Reagan, and George Washington to orbit. Celeste Singh says the samples come from a collector's hair samples given to the company by an anonymous donor. Celeste says the 4 presidents will fly on the so-called Enterprise flight later this year from Cape Canaveral, along with cremated remains of 5 people associated with Star Trek and its Starship Enterprise. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Here's Charlie Long with WWL Sports.
This WWL Sports Update is brought to you by People's Health. The college baseball season is officially underway, and what else do we really expect from LSU star center fielder Dylan Cruz?
Dylan from the stretch to the plate. Hammered to center field. Morrison on his horse, going back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. Dylan Cruz, 2-run bomb, and the Tigers extend the lead 3-1. Cruz with his first homer of the year, expected to be first of many.
The Tigers star cracked a 2-run shot as part of a 5-run 5th inning that helped propel LSU to a 9-2 victory over Western Michigan on Sunday. Cruz finished with 3 hits in the Tigers' 3-game sweep of the Broncos, but he also scored 4 times. The purple and gold pitching staff was outstanding all weekend long, allowing only 5 runs in 27 innings pitched. Up next, the Tigers host Southern on Tuesday afternoon before participating in the Round Rock Classic with Kansas State, Iowa, and Sam Houston State. But speaking of LSU star players, the Tigers have won on the hardwood. Forward Angel Reese continued her incredible season with another dominant performance yesterday versus Florida.
Florida coming the other way. It was Correa who got it into the lane. Dean had it knocked away, and Reese at the top of the key. She's going all the way to the pocket. Lays it in. With 2 players around her, Reese kept control as 27-20.
Reese continues to cement her candidacy for National Player of the Year in collegiate women's basketball. With a 25.16 rebound performance, she's now averaging 23.7 points per game, which ranks 5th in the country, and 15.5 rebounds per game, 2nd in the nation. LSU took down Florida 90-79 in Gainesville to improve their 25-1 overall, with only 2 regular season games remaining until the SEC tournament. We'll see if Reese can continue her strong debut in the purple and gold travel in Nashville to face Vanderbilt on Thursday. Charlie Long, WWL Sports.
Time is 9:06.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Splash to be in your meal. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC. Now, your Garcia Roofing forecast on WWL.
Gonna be a nice Monday for Monday, girl. High temperatures in the upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, southwest wind. Tonight, watching for some fog. Maybe some fog early tomorrow morning. If you're heading out to Sulu early, you might see some of that fog. But late morning and afternoon, upper 70s to near 80 degrees for your Mardi Gras, so a warm one. And a little bit muggier. Heading in through the rest of the week, spring-like weather is here to stay. We're going to be near 80 degrees all the way into the weekend. From your local weather expert forecast center, I'm WWL TV meteorologist Peyton Malone.
Thank you, Peyton. A beautiful day all across the New Orleans metro area. It is 65 degrees at New Orleans International Airport in Kenner. We are up to 67 in downtown New Orleans. North of the lake in Slidell, it's 68 under clear to partly cloudy skies. WWL News time is 9:07. Time for for traffic. Courtney, still holiday traffic out there?
Yes, still the holiday traffic. From the Acadian windows inside WWL Traffic Center, I'm Courtney P. Bonnet Carre Spillway, no delays to report in either direction. I-10 East Kenner to downtown New Orleans, about a 14-minute commute. I-10 West Kenner to La Place do have a moderate delay right around the airport. That does ease very quickly. Now, I-10 East leaving New Orleans, I-10 West leaving New Orleans East headed to downtown, have a convoy of Mardi Gras folks that's been making their way from Slidell this morning, and we believe making their way to Metairie as they are being escorted by JPSO. They are now right at the Morrison curve, and the backup is about 2.5 miles, reaching to about 510. So just be mindful that they are making their way through the city. It's going to be a slow go around them as they are taking up the right and tell you that you failed.
The 19-year-old gunman, Peyton Gendron, will get an automatic life sentence. Police say they're still hunting for a motive for the mass shooting at Michigan State University.
In fact, federal officials say a hair curler helped them nail a smuggling kingpin.
A man's been sentenced to 1 year in prison for trying to board a flight at New York's JFK Airport bound for Guyana with 5 live finches tucked away in his luggage. Prosecutors say they were hidden in 2 packages of plastic hair curlers. Birdsong competitions are popular in Guyana, where people place bets on trained birds, judged on the quality of their melodies and how many distinct songs they can sing in a set amount of time. Winners can sell for more than $10,000. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Time for sports. Here's WWL Steve Geller.
This WWL Sports Update is brought to you by People's Health. Well, Brandon Ingram's toe injury looks to be behind him as he's averaged 30 points a game in the month of February. Pelicans head coach Willie Green expects more of the same in the team's final 24 games of the regular season.
He's in a good rhythm. We want to keep him there. He'll continue to get better as the season progresses, getting his wind under him, but it's good to see him playing as well as he's playing right now.
The Birds are in La La Land tonight. The Pels and Lakers tip off at 9 o'clock. It is both teams' final contest before the All-Star break. Steve Geller, WWL Sports.
And today at 4 o'clock on Sports Talk with Bobby Hebert and Mike Tillier, we look at Saints' potential cap casualties with Pro Football Focus's Bradley Spielberger. Plus, LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey joins the guys at 6:20. Then at 7 o'clock, go inside LSU men's basketball on the Matt McMahon Show. All right here on WWL and the Odyssey app. Your local weather expert forecast is next. WWL News Time is 11:05.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Flash.
11:07. I'm Ian Ozan, WWL First News.
For some reason, people tell me things that they probably shouldn't. And this is what I'm about.
And always live on the free Odyssey app. Join us at the Oakland Heart Jewelers Talk and Text line, 504-260-1870.
Next on our talk lines, Mike, you're up. Welcome to the show. What say you?
Hi, thank you. I call one of the conversations that I had with Jim Dolan in his office about 5 years ago. I was working with a group called the Rouge Coalition, and over in Alabama, they had passed a law called the Clarity Law, where the insurance companies had to post on the state website the amount of premiums they took in and the amount of payouts that they made from the zip code. And they did it first in Alabama, and then Mississippi did it, Louisiana. We were able to get it passed here. I have gone up there and talked to Jim about it. I had to testify in the insurance subcommittees, and finally got into law, got a picture taken with Bucky Jindal, and it was along for a while. But during the course of that, the other thing that the East Coast Gulf Coast Coalition was working on was the creation of an insurance zone that would go 70 feet inland from the coast, from the tip of Texas, all the way past Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, down to the tip of Florida, and then all the way up the coast of New York. And at the time we were working on this, it was shortly after, during that time, Sandy hit up there in New York. So all of a sudden, the East Coast had some skin in the game too. So we actually had, there was a commissioner, insurance commissioner in Texas, a former commissioner who was vetting this idea. We actually employed some actuaries and ran the numbers on it. Everybody said it had some feasibility. When I went up there and talked to Jim about it, he cut me off in mid-sentence and said, it'll never work, because you'll never get insurance commissioners in all those states to work across state lines. And I said, well, that's kind of why I'm here, because you're an insurance commissioner, you can call those people and get it going. Well, didn't get anywhere with him, but a couple years later, we actually had a meeting in Metairie. It was put together by Wade Regis, the economics guy, and he and I put this together in Metairie, and we had insurance commissioners for people from their office, from virtually every state. New York, New Jersey was there, Alabama, Georgia, Florida was there, Texas was there, and I believe Jim Dolan sent somebody from his office. But it was in Metairie, and I thought Jim would have showed up. But the question I would like to ask Jim, and I can never get to see him anymore, is how is doing the same thing over and over again working for us here? At what point are you going to look outside the box? And this wasn't some harebrained idea. This was actually vetted by actuaries. We're going to do something different that just hope hurricanes don't hit. And that thing had a good following. I kind of lost track of it. I'm working 67 hours a week. I just don't have time to do all that. But are you in the insurance business? No, I'm not. No. I felt like I was after that Clarity Law got passed. I had dived into it, people in Alabama. And really, like I said, I had to testify by the insurance subcommittee up here. Again, a representative from, I believe it was State Farm, they were fighting and they didn't want to have to put all that information
they reporting that now? Is there a website that's being reported?
You know what? It had to be renewed after 5 years. I believe that 5 years was up about a couple years ago. And if I was home, I would have looked on the website to see that they renewed it, and it's still up there. But it was up there for 5 years. So okay, you can pull up Jefferson Parish, and you can see how much insurance companies pay out versus what they took in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they reviewed it. Yeah, I just don't know.
All righty, Mike, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate the information.
All right, thank you.
So, one of the questions that I think needs to be answered, and again, I'd like to hear from you, 504-260-1870, of the Open Heart Tours talking to text line. There were some questions asked of the insurance commissioner and committee yesterday, and they were talking about the appropriate amount of risk to reinsure in the secondary market by these insurance companies. And it turns out that a number of the insurance companies went belly up because they weren't laying off number of their risk in the secondary market. And that's a primary obligation of the insurance commissioner's office. In testimony, he said that in Jim Dawson, that he failed, that they weren't keeping track of the appropriate amount, that the model stress test that they use for the insurance book of business was not being monitored that proactively to make sure that these companies were keeping adequate secondary market coverage, otherwise known as reinsurance. And that's really important because these companies are moderate capitalized. And, when you're talking about these unfunded accrued liabilities that they have, whether or not they're properly capitalized, it's really important that we stay on top of this. Now, we can pass every law known to man, but if we're not doing what we're charged to do, and we're not aggressive, and we're not all over it, none of this is going to work. None of it. It's kind of like an individual that goes out there and buys a 10-20-10 policy. Needs to have it because that's what the law says. And then cancels it before the 6 months is over. Because something financially extraordinary happens in their life, and they just decide they're going to go uninsured. Nothing's going to happen to them unless they get stopped by the police. They're not making a lot of traffic stops any longer, so they'll just play this exactly what these Tier 2, Tier 3 insurance companies do. If they're not able to pull out enough money in profits to their investors and the like, they start cutting costs. One of the costs that they're cutting was reinsurance, because they're actually purchasing insurance. And they take the risk. And they're coming by buying much exposure. What we ought to do is figure out a way to guarantee that they can be in every zip code and spread their risk for the benefit of the citizens of the state of Louisiana. We need to really be thinking out of the box here. Because when we compare our premiums, I happen to be talking to someone I know in Alabama. I was in Alabama a couple of weeks ago. They live literally a mile from Mobile Bay. Similarly sized home, similarly priced home, their policy similarly situated to mine. I'm paying $20,000. They're paying $3,600. Something's not right. We have insurance companies that are saying that they're not writing in Jefferson Parish because we're too close to Lake Pontchartrain. Well, hell, everybody's close to Lake Pontchartrain. I'm curious whether people are saying over there, it doesn't seem like it is, that they're too close to Mobile Bay. An arm of the sea of the Gulf of Mexico, and much closer than we are geographically of Lake Pontchartrain to the Gulf of Mexico. Why is there a difference? Well, I understand the land's a little higher up there, but that's flood. It's not wind. It's not hail. I can see the distinction from the flood perspective, but I don't see it from the wind perspective. So why is it? What is it that's going on that we're not talking about? Obviously, we know the obvious frequency of the storms and otherwise. But if that's the case, then let's spread the risk. Let's create market districts. They can only write up to a certain percentage of the market in that district, but they share the risk across the state. And it's a great idea, as Mike pointed out. Why not do this multi-state? Why not get all of the Gulf states and figure out how to do this? We're all facing the same situation. And then that's not even to mention the horror stories that we have. I have a number of friends that are still negotiating with their insurance companies over the damages to their home as a result of Ida. And are still living in a trailer. There's just something fundamentally wrong with it. This is not rocket science. And it's not like there's an argument as to whether or not the storm created this damage or not. And if the storm knocks down one brick wall of a brick veneer house, and that brick is no longer made, why are we arguing over whether or not they're going to re-brick the entire house? These are the crazy things that are going on that are just making it difficult. And if we do not resolve these issues, the out-migration is going to be greater than the in-migration. And we will die as a community. In fact, I'm going to have Ton Trun on Thursday. We're going to be talking about census numbers on a new podcast that he's getting ready to drop on Thursday. And it's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to hear from him and to listen to the podcast, because it's going to be interesting to see where these numbers are and why. It's just another objective indicator of where we stand as an economy, a community, and in the long term where we're going to be. Because all of us that own homes, probably the largest investment you'll ever make. The equity in your home is your retirement. And people are watching it disappear right before their eyes. We'll be right back. WWL, home of all things
by Jackson Hewitt. Jackson Hewitt gets you your biggest tax refund guaranteed. Plus, get a chance to double your refund or win other weekly prizes with our Double Your Refund sweepstakes. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Begins 4/2/23. Odyssey celebrates Black History Month. Black History Month. It's Black History Month, yeah.
Coretta Scott King, a wife of Dr. Martin Luther King, once said,
Hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated.
Black voices shape history. For more moments like this, music, and podcasts that matter, go to Odyssey.com/Black History Month. Or download the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Hey, this is Newell with Kelly McGovern of Enterprise Staffing, the largest locally owned staffing company in the metro area. Kelly, with our current construction boom, Enterprise Staffing really has to be a godsend to contractors.
Our job is to manage contractors' stress, as they conclude one job and wait to see if they've been awarded the next bid. They don't have to play the guessing game of how many electricians or plumbers to keep on the payroll.
So you're essentially their HR department, providing the flexibility to help manage the most important part of their company, skilled labor, which directly impacts their bottom line.
We also handle background checks, aptitude and skill testing, drug testing, payroll taxes, unemployment taxes, and workman's comp. We free up contractors to do what they should be doing, securing more jobs.
If the success of your business depends upon a skilled labor force, give Kelly McGovern of Enterprise Staffing a call at 504-285-0223. That's 285-0223. Or on the web at enterprisestaffing.com.
Hi, I'm Kerry Bryson with the Bryson Law Firm to talk about a different tax subject, the Employee Retention Credit. Congress allocated billions of dollars toward this program, designed to reward business owners who kept employees during the pandemic by refunding some of the wages and taxes. It's not a handout, not a loan. It's an opportunity for business owners to claim legal tax credits, and it's not just dependent on income. The Bryson Law Firm, headquartered in Lafayette, is helping businesses claim their share of money. Well, we've noticed a lot of national companies advertising for this work. So be aware, the claims are complex and involve lots of legalities, and the claims may be audited by the IRS. So don't get sucked in. We won't be around to answer the IRS's questions long after the checks are cashed. Get local legal help. Visit BrysonLawFirm.com today to get started. LSPA filing number LA2214227.
Financing your new or used vehicle should not be stressful. Consider Jefferson Financial Federal Credit Union for your financing. We're local and committed to serving everyone that lives, works, worships, or attends school in the greater New Orleans area. With competitive auto loan rates, what's stopping you from buying your dream vehicle? Jefferson Financial offers easy-to-use online applications, fast decisions, and local personalized service. Apply online at jeffersonfinancial.org. The future of banking is Jefferson Financial Federal Credit. Federally insured by NCUA.
WWL is your home for Mardi Gras. Listen for Arthur Hardy Mardi Gras Moments Parade Previews. Your chance to ride in a parade. And up-to-the-minute updates about the greatest street show on earth. Mardi Gras 2023, brought to you by LCMC Health. Keeping you well.
At Open Heart Jewelers, a custom-made engagement ring can actually cost you less. Why? Because we buy direct. Ta-ta, middleman. Au revoir. There's a great work of art in every box from